So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in your free time.
Okay, so we're not getting to life story yet. Okay, a little bit about myself. I'm a nerd. I do a lot of. Uh, I'm a big D&D nerd at the moment. Pretty big into that. Running a few parties for that. DMing a few things. Other nerds will understand this. It's okay if you don't. Let's see. I do. I have looked into voice acting. That's a lot of fun to do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's that's always fun. Um, I mean, I play bass for the orchestra, symphony, also in electric orchestra. That one's a lot of fun. Let's see, what else do I do?
Your name? Maybe what grade you're in?
Oh yeah,
Your name.
Elijah Frost. I'm a senior, so
Mm-hmm.
4 years I've been here. That's really about it. I like reading.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of streaming, I guess, on Twitch, but other than that, nothing really.
And now to get into some of the deep stuff. So, how how has negativity always been prevalent in your life? Like, how has it impacted you?
Negativity's always been there. The world today is all, for me at least, there was a time when I could only see the dark and the negative, so that's kind of a big thing. It's always been this person doesn't like you for this reason, or this person is better than you in this way. Negativity has always been there. It's never really gone away.
And when did you notice a into depression? Like,
Yeah, I was depressed. I have had depression. I'm better now, but when actually noticed a decline into it was near the end of my junior high, like my first year of junior high, when I was noticing that I was having a lot more dark thoughts about what I should do to myself, as in like my body. I It was very evident when there was a knife very near to a few vital parts of my body, but other than that, it was more, wait, I'm sad. I'm sad, negativity's everywhere. It's more, it's just always been there.
and do you think there are any like specific events that like sort of caused it or like incited or activated this depression?
No, actually, there was no real one event. There was more a series of small events that just kept on building up, and I just kept on bottling up because you can't let go of anything because you can't reveal anything, otherwise you're not strong, you're not this, not that, you're not what the ideal person of society if you feel this. Luckily, that idea is changing, and
And what does it feel like? Like, how bad does it feel? Like, what are
feel now, or did it feel then?
as it felt then, and probably a little bit now?
Yeah, I can answer both because depression doesn't really go away. It doesn't really regress. It more you learn how to deal with it better. You grow around it. It doesn't go away. But in the moment of my darkest time, it was very, very hard. There was no hope, no light at the end of the tunnel, like everybody was saying. There's no end. You're just getting hit endlessly, time after time, by this force that you can't control, or that you feel that you can't control, and it's hard. It's one of the darkest spots. I mean dark literally. Like my ability to perceive light, like even just lights are like the lights around us and above us, was less. I only focused on the little shadows under things because that was the dark. The dark was the hopelessness, the shadows, the that's where I belonged. I belonged where nobody could see me. Nobody wanted to be around me. That's what I thought, and it was hard to come out of that because my brain and my subconscious kept on fighting me. When you get to a point of depression that your subconscious accepts it, and I know a lot about, well, not a lot, but a fair amount about the subconscious because I had to learn how to use it to get out of my depression. Because when your subconscious latches onto something, it's very hard for it to let go. Because your subconscious, you don't really have any control over it. You have slight influence on it, but not control.
Did you ever seek out medical treatment or therapy for this?
I did go to therapy a little bit, but for a different reason. I thought that I was hearing voices, schizophrenia. I wasn't really. I was just looking for an outlet for this depression, so it wasn't really that.
Oh.
I did go to therapy, kind of, but I didn't really seek out much medical help. I didn't go to a doctor saying, hey doc, I'm depressed. I decided to do my own research, which I do not recommend. Do not do this. Go seek help. Go get medical help. It is a lot harder to fight it by yourself than it is with medical help.
Well, if I can ask, I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead.
What did you guys do in therapy, when you did do therapy?
So first off, therapy is a completely safe place to talk. Your therapist is under law that they cannot talk about you or what you've said inside that room with anybody else.
Patient confidentiality.
Doctor-patient confidentiality. They legally cannot give any information away. So what happens is you just talk. You say, doc, I'm feeling this, I'm thinking this, what should I do? And then the doc says, talk about it. Because if you talk about it, you acknowledge it, and that's one of the first steps to get better. You have to acknowledge that you have a problem. Because you can't get better if you don't recognize that you're bad.
How is
Heavy stuff, I know.
How has depression changed for you though over the How has depression changed for you over the years?
Yeah, kind of like a then versus now.
Then versus now. Then, I almost cut myself. Now, I joke about it. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's a joke now. I have to joke about it because it's still there. The dark thoughts are still there. I just have to have a process. And my process is I recognize dark thoughts are here. Okay, time for humor. I need to laugh. I need to do something. I need to replace these dark thoughts with a humorous feeling. Then I had no idea what to do with it, so I just bottled it up. Which don't do. Never bottle up dark emotions. Because they only grow. And if you're you only have a bottle so big. That bottle's going to get filled to the brim real quick. You cannot shove anything else in there, and you will start having mental breakdowns.
Sort of like a snowball down.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have been your ways to deal with this depression? What helped you?
What helped me was I had to learn how to use my subconscious to my advantage. I didn't go seek professional medical help because I didn't really recognize that I had a problem until one night when it was like midnight and I said, oh, well, time to die. No, I didn't do that. Somebody came in and stopped me, so that was really good. But after that event, I recognized, okay, I have a problem. How do I get better? And so what I did was I decided, okay, there is good in the world. How can I recognize the good? So what I did was at the end of the day, or just throughout the day, I would say 5 positive things that happened about the day. Excuse me. And then as time went on, I would go from 5 things that was good about the days to 5 things that was good about the day, and then 5 things that were good about myself. And so then that's 10 things every day about why I should live. Recently I've come into the knowledge of, there's a list of 13 reasons. And it's a joke that there are 13 reasons why I should kill myself. You have a list, you have 13 reasons, why should you live? Well, I'm going to assume that it takes somebody a long time to accomplish 13 reasons why you should kill yourself, why you should commit suicide. So my belief now is Combat that with 3 days, say 5 things that were good about your day. Boom, you have 15 reasons why you should live in 3 days. Instead of, it takes you a month to compile 13 reasons. It's quick, it's fast, it's effective, and if you do it daily, your subconscious will latch on to that positive. It'll let go of the negative and latch on to the positive. And then slowly, you will see light and the good of the world. You'll see yourself more in a positive light. It's not going to be a snap, boom, done. You're good. You're clean. You're fine. You're happy. No, it's going to be a struggle. Okay, there's not going to be one day where you wake up and you're just like, oh, my depression is gone. No, you wake up one day and go, oh, this is good in the world. Oh, this is good in the world. The world is okay to live in.
All right. So, is there anything you'd like to say to our dear viewers who?
First off, hi.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to say that you would sort of like give us advice or just sort of help them out?
Talk about it, okay? Do not. Okay, I'm going to look right at the camera this time. I don't even care how awkward this is. Get help. You need to have interaction, okay? Being alone, being by yourself is not going to help, no matter what your brain says. It's going to be far more damaging than it's going to help. Because we humans are social creatures. Said I was going to yell. And when we have this urge to be with others, that needs to be, what word? Accommodated. Accommodated, that's a good word. It needs to be fulfilled so that you can improve upon yourself. But talk about it, get help. Don't wallow in shame and in sorrow. Get out. It's going to stop sometime. I just have to write it out and then it'll get better. If it is truly bad, it's just going to go down. There's no, I've hit rock bottom. There is, I've hit a rock. And now I'm flying through the air. I'm going to hit another rock. And then another one. And it's going to snowball and keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you break. Get help. Get out as soon as you can. Please.
Well, thank you, Elijah, for coming in and talking about this and sort of getting your story out there, because I know it can be really hard for people. And thank you all for watching and being with us for this.
Yeah, please check out our blog, our other videos.